So real quick before we start this episode, shout out to Jen Bakshi and Will Chan. Congratulations on your wedding proposal, which was done at Monday Night Raw last week in Nassau Coliseum. It was amazing.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was great. We're actually, you could go and check our Instagram. We're gonna repost it on our Instagram account, as well as add the video of them on YouTube to our playlist of these are things that we like. So once again, congratulations to the future Mr. and Mrs. Chan.
Yeah, a long and happy life to you both as husband and wife. And while we're giving out shout out to the Black Wrestling Alliance for their mention of me, the general manager, on their Instagram page. Thank you, fellas. It was good. It was good to be acknowledged.
It's funny how they waited till after you stopped being self-proclaimed.
You know, they were just waiting for the legitimacy. It only took them 3 years, but I'll take it.
You know what? Shout out to them. Thank you so much for acknowledging Teddy, as well as the Yep I Like Wrestling podcast. Greatly appreciated.
Yes, it is.
And so let's start with today's episode. Greetings from parts unknown. My name is Sonny Sofrito, and today I am joined by
The greatest general manager in Yep I Like Wrestling history.
and I am also joined by
Ladies and gentlemen, the throne himself, yours truly, Mr. 1985, your mama's favorite fat boy, SpotFace.
Oh my.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Chris SpotFace McClain in the house.
Yes,
What's up,
yes,
man?
yes. Blessed to be here, man. Parts Unknown looks very beautiful. Very familiar. I think I've been here before.
Yeah, it seems, the colors and everything, it looks kind of similar, yeah. So,
Is that a picture of the Ultimate Warrior up there?
Yeah. That's a picture of Ultimate Warrior.
Parts Unknown.
Also got the missing link in the corner.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Remember the missing link?
That one time.
Good times.
So,
Good times.
welcome to episode 21. This is the music episode.
We're 21. We're finally legal. We can vote and drink. I love it.
Yeah. So, we brought on Mr. Spotface today to help us with this music episode because Chris is a music executive and we want to introduce him to you, the listener, so you know why he is here and why he is legit.
You're in music?
Yes, the shameless plug time is when I get to talk about myself.
Exactly. Please
Yeah.
enlighten us on what it is that you do and what makes you so dope.
Like the great Arn Anderson, I don't mean to toot my own horn.
Oh, shout out to Arn Anderson.
Toot. Well, let's see. First, I started out in the mailroom of Def Jam at 18. And I worked my way up from the mailroom to the street teams, worked with DMX, State Property, Joel Santana, and later on I became an artist myself.
Oh.
Did a lot of writing in the background. I started out in the days with Lady Gaga was on Def Jam and Katy Perry.
Sonny.
But they didn't know what to do with them.
He said
You know what I'm
Lady
saying?
Gaga.
I go so far back in music. Def Jam used to have Neo perform at every party, Michael Jackson covers, just to get the labels associated with Neo and him being the one and the next up and that whole L.A. Reid thing. We fast forward from that, and now I'm a consultant. I work with several artists, those on Love and Hip Hop, those on the charts. Shout out to Graf, shout out to Jacquay, shout out to Young Syrup, 6ix9ine and that whole camp, Mogul Media, Cardi B, Hennessy.
Oh.
And I'm here because music is what matters.
After all that,
after
here
all
you
that,
are on
I'm
episode
here.
21
of
the Yep I Like Wrestling podcast.
And Parts Unknown, and I'm able to drink, but I don't smoke,
God.
so y'all enjoy
I
that.
have one question. Did Lady Gaga ask about me? Like, she and I go way back. Oh,
Y'all go way back.
We do.
I'm
I'm
sure she's been to Parts Unknown.
Yes. Oh my God, Gaga.
Yeah.
He's my favorite co-host. Keep him forever, Sonny. Do we really need Tara, do we?
Jesus Christ, lower the fanboy.
He
Jesus.
He said the magic word. Gaga.
Yes. Gaga. But like I said, that was back in the time where the labels really didn't know what to do with them. They had all that talent, but they didn't see the vision.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like a common thing for years. I mean, you go way back into days, even when I was working in music, you had a lot of people back then that great artists, horrible A&R, or horrible follow through on the street, on the promotion level,
Definitely.
or on the radio level.
Definitely.
And a lot of bitterness and like pettiness too, because you had a lot of music directors that were real just.
Well, the industry is insecure.
Yeah.
It's just like professional wrestling.
Yeah.
It's extremely insecure behind the scenes.
Shout out to Vince McMahon. I too was in music.
Really?
Yes.
Tell
So
me
we
about
all have
this.
musical. I gave hand jobs behind a club, so that's technically I was in music. But
Jesus
it's
fucking
good
Christ.
to be amongst my peers right now.
Yeah,
So you fit right in.
those words are from Teddy, and they do not reflect the thoughts
We're not even 4 minutes in.
Yepa like wrestling at all.
This is what I get for trying to relate to you guys. Well, anywho, tell us about your love of wrestling.
My love of wrestling. Let's see.
Because this podcast sometimes talks about wrestling.
Sometimes,
every
right?
now and then.
I like wrestling.
When I'm not paying
Go
attention,
figure.
we talk about
I
wrestling.
like wrestling-ish.
Sometimes.
My very first memory of professional wrestling, Saturday night main event.
Saturday night main event.
Honky Tonk Man hitting Macho Man with the guitar.
Shout out to the Honky Tonk Man and Macho Man.
He
Randy Savage.
instantly became my favorite wrestler at that moment. I had to be at least 2, 3. I couldn't really figure out what I was watching, but he used the guitar, and I thought that was the coolest thing as a child, because like a guitar is something you wanted as a kid.
I had one.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got one at Christmas.
Every kid
you always
gets
wanted
a
a
guitar.
guitar. And to see him use that as a weapon, I immediately fell in love with him, the Hart Foundation, and
Shout
everything
out to
that
Brent
became.
and Jim.
And from that moment forward, professional wrestling has been in my life.
All right, quick question. Who was the first person you hit with a guitar?
Probably like my stuffed animals, like my cousin. You know what? My older cousin Jamal, he definitely took the first shot in the kneecap with my Christmas guitar. He had to.
My grandfather bought me a guitar, and I set up my pillow, and it took a shot. Yep, that was it. I did the same thing.
That is my very fondest first memory of professional wrestling, and I was hooked ever since. I remember it was that late, because after that went off Showtime, the Apollo came on. So that's how, because Saturday Night Main
that's
Events was
true.
Channel
Saturday
4.
nights, yes.
Right, and from that moment forward, I've just been hooked.
That broke my
WrestleManias upon WrestleManias. My aunt used to order Survivor Series at Thanksgiving, because we have Thanksgiving at her house. So my aunt would
for all
actually...
you children, back in the day, Survivor
my
Series
aunt-
was actually on Thanksgiving.
Right. Shout out to my aunt, because she didn't have to do that. But the little kid had to have something to watch, and they ordered wrestling from me. And when you look back on it now, you're like, yo, I appreciate that.
You know what's funny? Growing up, I never realized that there was football always on Thanksgiving, because I always remember wrestling
It was
on.
Survivor Series, yeah.
Yeah. I always remember wrestling on Thanksgiving.
Right.
And I
Bring
missed
that
it.
back, Vince. Bring that back.
Yeah. Turkey and wrestling.
Yeah.
The good old days.
The greatest Survivor Series ever.
Yeah.
So, you were a fan of the Honky Tonk Man.
Yes, I was. Greatest Intercontinental Champion my eyes had ever seen to The Miz.
All right, now you're bugging.
Well, I have a question for you.
Let me explain.
Are you a fan of that terrible Elias gimmick? Quiet, Sonny. Let him talk. Don't persuade him. Do you like Elias?
I love
the
Elias.
watered-down version
I
of the Honky
walk
Tonk
with
Man.
Elias.
Really?
Yes, thank you.
I walk with Elias for several
Yeah.
reasons. One, he didn't get that much shine in NXT.
For a reason, but
But when he came up to the main roster, he made it work. That drifter thing wasn't working.
Did he make it work?
That drifter thing didn't work.
Yeah,
but what he
it did.
made work was that guitar, that solo performance each and every Monday, and you believe in it now, and you walk with Elias.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Yes. Elias he's extremely
So
over.
you're telling me he's making this gimmick work?
He's made it work.
I
Do you
must
not
have
hear the
missed that
crowd?
episode of Raw, but I will take your word for it.
Do you not hear the crowd, GM?
No, I don't. I don't listen to the crowd ever.
In 11 months, top 5 guy. Remember I said that?
Did you?
Yeah.
I often tune
In
you
11
out,
months.
but okay.
Jesus.
When he gets a belt and he has a lengthy reign, you'll know why.
Will it match his very fancy robes, his
I
little
love his
Stevie Nicks robes?
I
Yes,
love
will it match that?
I love his ensemble.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
you? Okay.
I do.
Yeah, I gotta get an Elias shirt.
Really?
WWE. We walk with Elias.
We
No,
do.
thank you. I will lie down,
No,
as I often do.
As you usually
As I often do.
in Newark
Shout out to Newark.
on a Saturday night.
The cesspool of America, I do.
gosh.
All right. So,
Let's touch on Raw for a quick second. 'cause
Oh, God.
We're gonna briefly talk about Raw and SmackDown just to get out the way.
I was not pleased with Raw and SmackDown this week, Sonny. It was much like my last Grindr hookup. I was not pleased at all. I just fell asleep halfway through. I'm talking about Raw, not Grindr.
I really don't care about your grinder hookups.
Sonny,
I enjoyed the tea, by the way, so please carry on.
thank you.
Oh Jesus.
Raw bored me. For the first time ever in my life, I didn't enjoy Raw. First time ever. Shout out to Tara. Secondly, SmackDown, equally as boring as Raw. And that was partly due to Carmella, because when she comes on, like my dick gets soft, I fall asleep. It just happens. So, which shall we
So
start
wait,
with? Raw?
right before Carmella, it was Renee Young in the ring talking.
No, before that.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what was before
Oh,
that.
see, that's where you started. See, no,
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
where
do
you
that.
dropped off at. I will say this about Raw. London does help.
Oh yeah,
The
without
crowd
question.
definitely
You're
does
welcome.
add momentum. The crowd definitely does give it some vernacular. It definitely gives it a mojo that they don't get each and every Monday night in the States. I do feel this though. They need to do something with Braun at this point. The makeshift tag teams from Nicholas to Lashley
Shout out to Nicholas.
to now Finn Balor. It's like, where's the direction? He is the guy. You know, I don't need to see the gender Roman. I mean, you want Roman to get cheered that hard that you put him with gender? It's only going to make me cheer for gender at this point.
The problem is Braun is in the unfortunate situation of being able to get whatever they give him over. So that's why they're going to just let him stay where he's at, because they're like, hey, whatever we give him, he's going to do whatever he's going
But
to
see,
do.
the problem with Braun's current position, i.e. Attitude Era, if Brock and Roman are quote-unquote Austin and Rock, and not in comparison, but as far as structure goes in that company's eye, that means you're telling me Braun is either Undertaker or Triple H. He's just the third wheel in the cog, and that is the problem.
That's a great freaking...
Would you really think of him as the third wheel? Because
He is the
Right-
third
right now-
wheel.
right now he is the
He
third
is
wheel.
the third wheel. He is. He's
Because
I
he's
would have
not...
put AJ in that spot.
No.
AJ's not even up there because he's on SmackDown.
Right, and they view that as a whole different animal. We'll get into that. But what I'm saying is the way they have Braun positioned right now, if you think about the Attitude Era, Undertaker and Triple H were definitely third and fourth.
That's true.
And that's where they have,
absolutely.
and that's where Braun
I would
Strowman
not have
is.
put Braun there, though. But okay.
No, think about it. Each and every Monday, Roman had, 4 segments on TV? Braun had his one match.
Yeah.
They still talk about Brock. They don't give Braun no nothing to work with, but he makes it work. I mean, hopefully they turn this Drew McIntyre thing into something, especially breaking that trophy. Make that into the storyline.
One thing I liked about Monday Night Raw when they had that match and Braun was, doing that bit that he does now where
He runs the bases.
yeah, he basically running the bases. So when he runs around the ring, he's usually just running over people. But when he got to
McIntyre,
he fell. So it was like a little thing, a nuance that I like to bring up over and over again. It was a nuance that basically put McIntyre over. Because now it's like, wow, that dude actually fell when he did that shit. Wow, you know what?
Speaking of nuances, Lashley loves his sisters. And next week, Sami Zayn's going to expose the truth, and we might get Lashley's sisters. So,
Cringing.
3 sisters about to get a paycheck.
Cringing.
Yo, I don't even know what to think about that shit because that whole interview from last week was so horrible. And I'm like, you see, I have faith in Sami Zayn because I actually like the heel stuff he's doing. So I'm a little bit optimistic about it because I was wondering what the fuck they were doing with this shit in the first
But
place.
my problem with any of this is why? Lashley did not need to come back and this be his storyline. Lashley's a legitimate MMA successful badass who's come back home to destroy.
He should have been put in an immediate position with Brock.
Immediately, if not with Brock, with Braun, over who's the beast, who's the monster, who's this. And he's the destroyer. That's what TNA billed him as. WWE could have used the same thing.
I didn't like what they were doing in the ring with him since he's been back because of the fact that it's almost as if Braun is still impervious to a lot of bumps, but at the same time, when you have him and Braun as a tag team, you always have kind of like the weaker link of the tag team that
And they give it to Lashley.
Yeah, and
Braun
so
always
Lashley's
gets the hope spot. Braun always gets the hope spot.
the hot tag. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's not been a good look for that either.
I think what's going to end up happening is this run is going to sour. Lashley's going to leave, and New Japan's on the way. I feel that way. Because you take away his Dominator.
Yeah.
You give him the stalling suplex as his finisher, which he nearly killed Big Cass, at the Gur.
Shout out to
The girl.
At the Gur.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't encourage it.
Hashtag greatest Royal Rumble.
Right. So that's not his finisher. That was always a nice signature move. Lashley ain't been going 20 years. I remember when he was there. That was a signature. because Roman does the spear in Charlotte, he can't do the spear. So you give him no new moveset. You give him no new anything. He still does his old Lashley pose.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the darn headband because you don't have eyebrows.
What the fuck is up with the headband?
Because he doesn't have eyebrows.
No, I know he doesn't have eyebrows. I mean, but why the headband?
That Olivia Newton-John headband is the bane of my existence.
I mean, it's horrible, man.
But now you have him. But now you have him with Sami Zayn, right? I mean, in all intents and purposes, that's not a fair fight. No matter how you stack it, I would have preferred Kevin Owens in that spot.
No. I actually like Sami Zayn in that spot only because it's almost like the wiry a heel that's gonna throw a jab here and there and then run away. So it's like I kind of like that mixture, and because of the fact that Sami Zayn's been really impressing me with some of the heel shit that he's been doing
When did he impress you?
He's been, dude. I like this heel stuff that he does.
Yeah, Sammy does knock it out the park with the glasses.
Yeah.
Like little things like that, getting out the reading glasses.
Yeah,
certain mannerisms that he's taken on in this recent heel turn. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I would agree.
So I mean, his overabundance of character is kind of the right thing to put with Lashley, who doesn't have any character.
Dare I say this new Sami Zayn heel turn is Chris Jericho WCW TV champion? Goofy? No. Not
Like you talking about when he first brought out the list?
Yeah, like when he first brought out when he was dealing with Dean Malenko and he started the little goofiness, but he was still a little serious. Like, I'm not saying the exact replica, but what I'm saying is if it's vanilla, it's not chocolate, and it's kind of there.
Yeah,
I see it.
It's a little bit of a swirl.
Okay, I'm afraid I'm going to have to break this up because I'm getting nauseous over here. I'm sorry. Sami Zayn does not do it. He does not make my pants dance. I can't do it. He could talk for 2 hours. I'm not sold. And as for Bobby Lashley, this whole run reminds me of a little man named Batista. Do we all remember a man named Batista?
Yeah, but I like Batista.
Who was a major player his first run. Then he disappeared and did some movie, Guardians of My Asshole. I don't know what the movie was called. But then he came
Those
back.
movies make a lot of money, by the way.
Do they?
Yo, Guardians of the Galaxy was dope. Both
Was
part
it?
1 and part 2, they were off the hook.
Both of them.
Yeah.
I will take your
He's
word.
also in the latest Avengers.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yes.
I didn't see any of those movies.
Yeah.
Drax the Destroyer.
Drax, right?
But anywho,
The blue guy.
His second run
Green,
was
actually.
terribly panned.
Blue Tista.
Terrible. He was booed. He had the blue leather pants on. It was terrible. This is what Lashley reminds me of. His first run was pretty good. He disappeared. He knocked up Crystal Lashley. I don't know. They've had like 3 children. He comes back literally quiet when his music comes. It is so quiet you could hear a mouse piss on cotton. It is so quiet in that arena when Bobby Lashley comes out. He does not have the same steam he did before. He's going to be there another few months, and then Vince is going to give him a funny gimmick, and he will disappear into the sunset.
Is that their fault? Is that their fault? What I mean by that is Lashley could have came in with promos. You could have built up to the return.
Could have.
You could have had the GMs fighting over who gets Lashley, being
Could
that
have.
he was on SmackDown.
But that's the WWE machine. They are notorious for touching something and ruining it.
All right, but let's put it like, okay, so let's look at it a different way. Is it WWE's fault, or is it Lashley's fault for not getting it over?
You can only work with what you're given.
You can't
Yeah,
get over
but-
them 3 sisters. I don't care what the script calls for. You can't get over
And you know what that
Francis.
reminds me of? As soon as they said, "Oh, I'm bringing in your 3 sisters," the first image that came to mind was Shelton Benjamin's
Benjamin and
mama.
Thea. Shelton Benjamin and Thea.
His mama, Shelton Benjamin's mama.
Yeah,
Like the
that's
first
yeah.
thing, as soon as Sami Zayn says, "I'm bringing your sisters," the first
Yeah.
thing was like, "Oh God."
I didn't think that.
I
It's
thought
gonna
Thea
be-
Vidal. I thought
I-
Thea.
It's gonna be 3 sisters with
That's
an
what I
8
said.
each, and
3 sisters is about to get paid.
cringed. I just cringed.
I think it's gonna be something more like it's gonna be 3 women that come on and they just talk shit about them.
Really?
Yeah, I just think it's gonna come off like one of those exposés where they're like,
Bobby Lashley, this is your life? Oh, God.
like Bobby Lashley, this is your life, but like the one they do on like Channel 4, what's that, Nightline or that's like
Dateline, yes.
Dateline. Thank you. It's gonna be more like Dateline where it's like
Based
yeah.
off the real gimmick of what went on.
He put our mama in a freaking old age home that was bullshit or some shit like that.
You're painting this segment, and I wish, God rest their souls, that 3-Minute Warner was still here.
Oh,
because
shout out to Rosie.
Because this is the type of segment that you squash, powerbomb, and poop putt all over.
I know it's gonna
for
be
the
bad.
simple fact that We already know it's going to be a crapshoot because they shouldn't even be doing this.
And the only thing that could save it is if one of his sisters was Karma, ex-WWE
Ooh,
Karma.
Awesome Kong, yes.
That could save it.
Yeah, that could.
But it ain't gonna be her, so stop getting all excited.
Because she could kick Sami Zayn's ass.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
That would make it funny if one of his sisters turns out to be a female wrestler or Jazz. And it's
All right,
like,
fine.
whoa,
Let's get
wait
all right.
a
Awesome
minute.
Kong, Jazz,
and
and
Shaniqua.
Oh, shout out to Linda Miles. I did like Linda Miles. I
Let's
really
bring
did.
back Shaniqua.
Well, it couldn't be Jackie.
You don't
We
remember
need-
Shaniqua? She had the Bashams.
She won Tough Enough.
She had the
managed
Bashams. When they was doing that dominatrix
Linda
thing,
Miles
she had the whip.
Shaniqua.
Remember she used to wear the
What?
silver?
You don't
She had
remember
the six
Shaniqua?
pack. She had the whip when the Bashams used to wear that leather.
I remember whips and back,
Yeah.
but
She won season 2 of Tough Enough. Her
Yeah.
and Jackie Gator won
Yeah.
season 2 of Tough Enough.
now I didn't watch season 2.
Nah, man.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was a Basham. That was her
Yeah.
major claim to fame.
Yeah.
I don't think I watched
She managed the Bashams.
And the APA used to always say she was Shelton Benjamin in a dress.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I was clubbing. I was clubbing really
we
hard
just,
at that
Vince,
time.
we just casted the women for you. Cut the
funny.
checks.
Yeah.
That was,
the
that was a
checks.
funny
We just
segment.
casted
Shout
the
out to
women
Linda
for you.
Miles. But yeah, that's the only thing that could save that gimmick. But gentlemen, shall we move on to?
SmackDown.
And the ass whipping that Kaz got.
Oh, this is what happens when you go off script and you head to the back. And you,
Yo, what was it that? Yeah, because there was a rumor that he went on script, right?
He further pummeled the little person.
Oh,
He was only supposed to give him the boot, and he wailed on him after the boot
so this
Do
is
you
the,
blame him? Because I would have done the same thing.
because they're little.
Like I would love to take a swing at Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella.
we-
for
no,
that
no, no.
matter.
We were talking about the little person, the dwarf that was there.
There's a dwarf
Yeah,
on
a week
SmackDown?
ago.
Yeah.
I told you I was falling asleep. I apologize.
Not this week, the week before.
There was a dwarf.
Yes, there was.
That wasn't really Daniel Bryan. Go figure, right?
Oh shit.
Are you sure? Because I remember that being Daniel Bryan.
But yeah, so he
These are,
went
the
off
thoughts,
script.
these are the words and opinions of
Can't disclaim me for observing.
So basically, he went to Vince. Asked Vince, could he do it? Vince told him no. And he proceeded to pummel the little guy anyway. And that's why he tapped out as fast as he did. That's why he got beat down again. And that's why he's... How do you come back already on the shortest leash possible?
damn.
Do we miss Enzo yet? Because I know I do.
I know I do. Because
Thank you.
Wait, you don't?
I miss Enzo. I miss him terribly.
Kaz is not coming in on the mic
because he
for me.
stops returning my text messages, so I miss him. If he's listening, I miss you.
Well, he's not in jail, so he should be
He
listening.
just stopped talking to me. I know he's not in jail. He just stopped talking to me.
I got an alert earlier today that it's official. The DA's office is not pressing any charges against her for I think for whatever for like the false.
So 205 Live's about to be watchable again. Enzo's coming back.
Enzo ain't coming back.
I don't think Vince is gonna punish him a little bit
And
more.
There's no way.
Whoa,
Enzo
well,
comes back.
Shout
Rich
out
Swann
to
went to
hashtag
Impact, so-
white privilege for her getting off scot-free for lying about things and getting away.
Yeah, she would have gotten like.
Would you believe that happened in America? Could you believe it? I know it's odd.
This is America.
A white person getting away with something.
This is
I know.
America, Childish
Hashtag
Gambino.
my life the past 4 months. Anywho, yeah, Enzo, we're waiting for you. How you doing?
SmackDown, I do think the tag division is not working for me. The tag division is really...
Has it? Like when was the last time it did?
Shout out to the USO Penitentiary.
Yeah, but since
worked-
WrestleMania, it
okay,
hasn't.
so then that's what I'm saying. It worked literally before the Bludgeon Brothers
Yeah.
became tag champs.
the Whack-A-Mole Brothers.
Come
shout
on,
out to
Fastlane.
USO.
We were all into New Day Usos that
Yeah.
one last time till the Bludgeon Brothers came out and bludgeoned.
You know what?
And
I had
then-
a lot of faith in the Bludgeon Brothers at first because I remember the ring work they've done with the Usos from the past. So I was looking forward to those matches. But because of the character they're trying to put forth, and they have to be monsters as opposed to just really get two guys that have really good chemistry with the Usos, it's just kind of like totally fucked up.
Yeah, it feels like Luke Harper forgot how to wrestle.
Yeah.
And I love Luke Harper. I thought Luke Harper was mainstream ready for that IC title when they gave it to him.
Yeah.
I thought he could have had a run with it.
I was
too.
perfectly fine with them and the Wyatt family. I thought they did great work as the Wyatts.
Even
And of
Eric
course,
Rowan, he can't wrestle for crap, but
I thought
he
it was
made
great.
that goat mask work.
I even kind of like Braun when he was a Wyatt family, but of course Vince ruins everything. Vince McMahon could ruin a wet dream if he
And
let him.
now that there's nobody there, except for what? The club.
Yeah.
And you know what's they don't have no faith in Gallows and Anderson.
And that's such a watered down.
Yeah, tag
castrated
division.
version of it.
I mean, the bar's there, but you see, they just had the bar lose the New Day, so
Twice.
no. Last week, Cesaro won.
That's right.
So
He
it's
lost
yeah.
before to.
Oh, they did? Because this is 50-50 booking. You know, WWE's very
no, he's
great for
lost
that.
to Xavier Woods before.
But my problem with that is, what are you doing? Are we going to push Big E? Because I've said for the longest time, Xavier Woods should be Cruiserweight champion. You know, he's like 205 or 206. You know, go figure. And, you know, cut an afro off.
Like they're really
Like they're really weighing him.
Yeah.
But I feel like,
I mean, dude, Chad Gable's 202.
but my problem, what I'm saying is like, you see how 205 Live it's partnered with SmackDown. They come on right after, share the arena.
Yeah.
Put
Does
New
it?
Day, put New Day over there. Let Xavier Woods have that belt. Give Kofi something to do, and Big E should be U.S. champion already. I know I do it in the game. I got Big E as U.S. champ. So why he's not U.S. champ now? I mean, who has the U.S. belt? Jeff Hardy, and where's that going? You know, and SmackDown is just it's a watered down version of Raw. It's 2 hours of trash. Raw is 3 hours of trash. SmackDown's 2. I mean, come on, Shinsuke.
These are the words and opinions.
Oh, yes, these are definitely the words of SpotFace.
SpotFace McClain.
This is definitely SpotFace.
And they do not reflect the
Let me
thoughts
tell you
and
something.
opinions of.
I'm the hugest
Yepa Like
AJ
Wrestling.
Styles fan. Forget that. I'm the hugest AJ Styles fan. AJ Styles changed my life when he TNA lockdown him and Abyss, and he stole that show with that cage match. And I've been a fan ever since. Now he comes on my TV and I could care less.
Really?
Oh shit!
Those are
And it's not
harsh
his
words.
in-ring work. It's everything they do with him. That man can talk. He can cut promos. They water him down and shackle him down. They shackle down a white man in WWE. Did you believe that? So they shackled down the white man because he's from the South. So he probably, you know, he's from Georgia. That's black to Vince. So he doesn't get to do nothing. They got Shinsuke winning this match finally, so Shinsuke is going to get his stipulation. He should have been won the belt. Should have won it at Trash Bag. I'm sorry, Backlash.
Oh.
But there we go again.
Oh, he was talking about Carmella for a second.
Oh my God, we're not gonna get into that celebration. How Asuka
Please
came
don't.
out and now,
Please
like,
don't.
how's she the number one contender? Let's process elimination. She took the belt off of the woman that beat Asuka.
Yes.
Then she beat her clean at the last pay-per-view. So how is the chick that lost to the chick number one contender?
Great point.
Like, where? I'd rather Naomi came out.
I'm always good for Naomi.
Of course. Have you seen them cheeks?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, I would have rather that been her spot. Asuka for what?
I'm thinking it goes back to your transitional champion thing. Carmella can't do this long term, so we're gonna need someone to take
Okay,
that belt
so
off
she's
her.
gonna transition from Backlash to Money in the Bank. That's a quick jump. Because then what's next for Asuka?
She has to be champion.
But think about it, we're headed into Brooklyn. Okay, Money in the Bank, I don't care. It's not a part of the Big Four. As much as it used to be,
It's about to become, because they're treating it like a big four, though.
they tried to. Brock is not on this show, so therefore it's not a Big Four.
Yeah, I know, but it's still early. Remember, we still got like about 4 weeks till the.
Yeah, Brock
to the
ain't
event.
scheduled to SummerSlam.
Oh shit.
So, exactly my point.
Yeah.
So I hope it's not main evented by Jinder and Roman. Because if they left Backlash for Joe and Roman, could you imagine Jinder?
Noah Joe. I always get him confused with Ruby Riott, but yeah, I didn't like his promo either.
Again,
Apologies to Ruby Riott.
She's fine. She's a tough old boy. She can take it.
and again, what are they doing
Here's
with
my
Joe?
problem with Carmella.
Let's get to it.
Her roots. They're black. That's my problem. Anywho, back to Asuka. She needs the belt around her waist. That's the only thing that can make this entire...
So then why not win it at Mania?
Because you can't just do it just like that. You've got to bring them down to snap them back up.
But it was already pegged for her to take it there. It was already built for her to win it there. You don't cut the legs off then and then expect us to care later. This is wrestling.
He needs to suck you in to make you watch
I'm not
it.
invested.
We
I'm
hate
not
Carmella,
invested.
and we
I'm
want to
a
see
wrestling
her
fan and
lose.
I'm uninvested. And speaking of women's wrestling and title matches, Nia Jax.
Yeah, so it's also been announced this week that Nia Jax challenged
She
Ronda
literally did
Rousey.
Ronda
She did one
Rousey.
of these, like, hey, Sonny,
Yeah.
hey, I got a match at this pay-per-view, and I need to defend my belt against somebody. You're my opponent, okay?
Well, I don't know, because I've only had one match, and there's other people that are more deserving.
Wait, should I please Charlotte?
Yeah.
Do it.
Do
Do
it.
it, girl. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it. Do it. Go get fucked up, bitch. Go do it. She was such the instigator.
Talk about bullies,
I
right?
loved it.
Talk
She
about
was
bullies.
totally Ric Flair's daughter at that moment. I loved it. She said, do it, girl. Do it. Do it.
You forgot the woo.
You forgot the woo.
You forgot the woo. You gotta
And then she made her woo, too.
But you forgot to do the woo.
She,
do it. Woo. Yeah.
she wooed at her own demise. Woo.
All right,
she
there we go.
wooed at her own demise.
Like, what is that? Now, rumor has it that WWE said we can't have another pay-per-view without Ronda. She can't be in the Money in the Bank match, and she can't lose a qualifier. So what's the only other option? A title match? How is the title match next? How do you go from Stephanie McMahon to the title match? Where's the transition? I thought it was going to lead to her and Natalya. What happened to them? They could have tagged up.
They're lesbian lovers. They can't fight each other.
She's married to Tyson Kidd.
Who's the
Oh, no, actually, she's married to her cats. Natalya's married to her cats. Let's get
shout
that
out
out
to
the
Two
way.
Paws. Yes.
But what I'm saying is, why she couldn't team with Natty against the Riot Squad, a throwaway match on the card, but how are you automatically... You're going to throw her in Nia Jax? Nia Jax can't wrestle. Did we not see her match with Alexa Bliss at Backlash?
Tickets are low.
No, Nia can wrestle. She can wrestle very well.
Some
Thank you
chicken.
very much. Oh.
And I love my plus size
I was waiting
women.
for a disclaimer, and there was like, what is that?
Yo, I'm sorry, that shit made me laugh.
I love my...
Shout out to the sensational
Listen,
one. Are
shout
you
out-
listening to what I'm dealing
Shout
with?
out to all my LBLs, a.k.a. Lane Bryant ladies.
Oh,
I do like the
shit.
big girls. I do.
Watch out for the big girl.
Nia can work, and I do like this idea because originally Ronda Rousey was going to go up against Mickie James.
Fine, that's a better match to me.
Well, she did actually. So
It was supposed to be a tour of some sort.
yeah. So basically, her first match was in Switzerland. Matter of fact, either last night or today. She went over clean. Obviously, she submitted. She made her.
She
Mickie
made
submit.
Magnus's wife tap.
Yeah. She made her submit, and it was her first successful solo match.
I say we put her against someone who she's not going to be able to easily tap out. Let Nia bounce her around. Let's see if she can take some bumps. I like this. And like we said, Money in the Bank is not a big four. So why not do this? Because who is she going to fight? A Bella? Like,
But
who is she going to fight?
I'm
on Raw?
going to tell you right now. This, to me, is going to be Nia's heel turn where she's going to align herself with Stephanie. That's what I'm seeing because it's... if you put her in this match, let's say they're both faces, you put them in the match together, who wins?
I got the finish.
What's the finish?
Nia breaks barricades. She's going through the barricade. Ronda wins by count out.
Yeah, I can see that too.
That's why Alexa didn't win by count out at Backlash when she hit her head on the steps. Nia. I also feel like what's going to kill this whole thing is, do we not have eyes? Do we not remember Asuka just made Nia tap?
Yeah,
Not
that's
too
right.
long ago?
Well, the thing is, when it comes to WWE,
Yesterday doesn't matter.
They always have the worst continuity issues. Because, listen, I'm a comic book fan in addition to a wrestling fan and everything else. But, I like reading the comic and making sure that certain aspects of the story carry on into other issues, other lines of the character. So there's Detective Comics and there's Batman. Things carry over to both sides. They don't do that shit with in wrestling often. There's a lot of times where it's like what happened on NXT doesn't exist in Raw and SmackDown. Then you have stuff that happened on Raw doesn't exist on SmackDown and vice versa.
That happened recently where Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre literally didn't say anything about being in the three-man band together. They just faced off. I remember that.
Or even Nexus. Remember Nexus?
Yeah.
That happened years ago after Billy and Chuck broke up. They had Billy Gunn fight Chuck Palumbo, and there was no mention of, oh yeah, these two men almost married each other. Nothing. So yeah, Vince does not believe in continuity. It's true. I remember that match, and I'm like, wait, these two almost married each other a couple years ago. No mention of it
You're
whatsoever.
right.
Like
It doesn't
like
happen.
no mention about they were former exes.
Yeah.
They were
You're right,
they're
because
exes.
there was a moment that Cody and Goldust weren't related.
Yeah.
And we all know that.
Come on, they just did this shit the other day with freaking
Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas and Bray Wyatt when
You know, I always wanted him to go. Remember when Bo was doing that whole Bo leave
Yeah.
gimmick? I wanted him so bad to be running around the back, see the Wyatts, Breaker is sitting in that rocker with his lantern, and he goes up to him and goes, Bray, do you bro leave?
Oh, that's not bad.
that should've
That's
been
not
dope.
bad, actually.
that would have been dope.
That one little nuance. It's just like, remember SummerSlam when they had the club over here like this, and Finn looks at him for the too sweet. Like, give me that. Don't ignore that.
Yeah.
Don't ignore that I know you, that I know. Don't ignore that you know that I know that I know that you know me.
Oh, sounds like my ex-boyfriend. Yes. Who, by the way, I just realized looks like Sarah Huckabee Sanders. It never dawned on me while we were dating how much he looks like. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Segue. But yeah. That doesn't exist in WWE. What Vince says, it happened Monday. That's what he says. It happened on Monday. That's as far back as he likes to count.
So Carmella and Big Cass never dated.
They never dated.
Yeah.
Stone Cold never beat the hell out of Deborah. Never happened. And I can't even say the word Benoit without Sonny getting his pants all in a twist.
Those are the words and opinions
He didn't do it.
of Teddy, and they do not reflect the words and opinions of Yep, I Like
How
Wrestling.
you gonna disclaim? No, I want a ruling on that.
He did not do
Disclaim
it.
the truth, though. I'm reporting the truth.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, he did.
Allegedly.
He didn't do it.
I'm like Diane Sawyer. I'm just reporting the truth.
Allegedly.
Anywho.
I need a Chris Benoit shirt that says, "Yep, he didn't do it."
Oh shit. Yo,
You know.
those are the thoughts and the words and opinions of Chris SpotFace McClain, and they do not reflect the thoughts and opinions of Yep, I Like Wrestling. Damn, I didn't think I was going to be giving you disclaimers. Shit.
Good. Join the club. But speaking of suicide, by the way, Ember Moon's
What the
suicide
fuck,
dive.
man?
This is a segue, Sonny. Jesus.
The worst segue ever.
I actually think it's one of my better ones. Ember Moon's suicide dive is on fire. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Seth Rollins' suicide dive is stale. Why doesn't he just retire it? He literally looks bored doing it at this point. But when Ember Moon does it, that shit looks hot.
Whenever Ember does anything, is fucking hot.
She is. If I could go back for 1 minute, it would be with Ember Moon and Tamina Snuka. But those are the only two.
I like Tamina. Tamina has a hard
Tamina's
chin.
sexy.
She has a hard
She's
chin.
sexy.
She has a hard chin.
She looks like she could rough me up, and I'd be into that, Sonny. I would.
Would you let her give it? Would you let her give you the Superfly splash?
Yeah.
You would take that.
I'm down for it. I'm here for it. Yeah.
You're here for it.
She's
But
very-
Ember, have you
she's
seen
pretty.
Ember outside of the braids and the?
No.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Really?
That's a rough sister.
Oh shit,
Really?
word?
That's a rough sister.
Is she rougher than Ruby Riott?
Who? Toucan?
Yes, Sonny, you heard it, and don't you dare disclaim it. I like this man. I want him every week. I want him here
Yo,
when I'm
what
here.
the fuck am I doing?
I'm just saying, Ruby's not a riot.
Yo, you know what?
Her face is the riot.
You know what? Fuck this. I'm like Tara right now. I want to go home.
Shout out to the Glamazon.
that she just no interview coming from Ruby. Sorry, you from Indiana anyway. God.
But yeah, Ember Moon's suicide dive looks so good. It makes Seth's suicide dive look terrible.
Cause Seth just pushes you. Like,
Yeah, but not only
He looks
that,
bored doing it.
It's honestly, it does kind of feel kind of like he is bored, because I remember his suicide dives being a lot better before.
well, maybe he's not trying to get hurt because he has the belt of the company, quote unquote, at least for Raw.
Oh well, that and the fact that that knee isn't that great.
Here's my problem with him. This is how I know
Everything.
that. Well, yeah, this is my problem. Fucking greasy queen. Why was he wearing Mustafa Ali's ring gear? They were literally wearing the same ring gear. This is what happens, and I'll explain to you. When you spend the night at a guy's house and your shit's dirty, you have to wear his clothes. So, Seth, you just told on yourself.
These are the words and opinions
Sonny,
of.
I'm explaining to you
Teddy.
how it works on Jacked, okay? When you spend the night at the guy's house, you have to wear his clothes home. So Seth Rollins was wearing Mustafa Ali's ring gear.
And you're implying.
I thought I was saying it. I didn't mean to imply it. I meant to say it out loud.
Are you implying that they're curb stomping in the back?
There's some stomping, but it ain't gonna be on the curb. Stomping into each other.
So anyway, let's keep on going. Hey, have you heard about All In?
I wish I was all in. Sold out in 29
I'm
minutes.
so excited for All In. So excited.
Wait. Are you talking about the All In that we're talking about, or are you talking about some other All In?
Well, I googled it, and there was this Latino
Oh.
guy in Harlem, and it is that the 9-inch guy in Harlem? Is that? I don't think.
No.
I
That's
apologize.
definitely
No,
not the same.
not at all.
Sorry. Then I googled the wrong thing, so I'm gonna send it back to you, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you definitely Googled the wrong thing.
Oh, it wasn't Google. It was Pornhub. I apologize.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Back to you two. So tell us about it.
Fucking guy.
The Bullet Club, Cody Rhodes, Young Bucks. They
Stardust. Oh, did that not happen either? I'm sorry.
Generation Me.
I'm sorry. Did that not happen either?
That didn't no, it didn't
That was
happen.
many moons ago. And back
I
when,
loved his music. That theme song, I loved it.
Yeah, that was a pretty good
horrible
theme song.
segue.
Sorry.
Horrible
That's kind of my
segue.
gimmick. Bad segues on this
Yeah.
show. Don't know if you've listened to the past 20
Horrible
episodes.
But so All In is a show that's being put on by
In Chicago.
by the Young Bucks and Cody
Dashing.
Rhodes.
CM.
Brandy's husband.
CM. Brandy. She's not bad. She's not bad on the eye.
She's coming a long way from
She's not-
Moesha.
Oh, Moesha.
Different Brandy, Sonny.
Oh, I'm
Stay
like,
with us, Sonny. It was a joke.
yeah, that shit went over my head.
That's black people
It was a
told
black.
that.
I see.
It was a black
see the
man.
Latino at the table didn't get that black joke. Racist. Anywho, so who else is going to be the Young Bucks?
The Young Bucks.
who I would love to get on a train with. Yes.
Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, Stephen Amell from Arrow.
He's gonna be there too.
Yeah, he's you know, the whole gang.
Card is still shaping,
Hey,
and it's
yeah.
sold out in 29 bloody minutes.
And
Not to
56
mention,
seconds.
That's
not
crazy.
to mention that Pro Wrestling Tees, shout out to them, the day before in Chicago, who's doing a fan signing.
CM Punk. CM Punk. By the way,
Phillips.
quick plug. If you like the Yep I Like Wrestling t-shirts, you could purchase yours at prowrestlingtees.com/YEPILW.
See, that's how you segue.
That was the worst segue I've heard all day.
That was a great segue. Again, prowrestlingtees.com/YEPILW.
So again, now the card's shaping up.
Yes.
You got CM Punk the day before in Chicago. Will CM Punk be at All In? That is the question.
If anyone has been listening, I say book it.
Yeah.
Now, they did a press conference. Daniel Bryan was scheduled to appear at All In before WWE cleared him. Ironically, the day his contract expires is the same day as All In,
Well,
and he's yet to renew.
And
will.
The funny thing is that what would be the biggest thing for that is if they would have Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk in that
At All In.
At
Oh
All In.
my
blow the roof off the house.
Wrestling would change.
Yeah.
It would break the internet.
Wrestling would change.
Yeah, it definitely
and
would.
that's what we're missing right now. As a pro wrestling fan, we're stuck with the WWE Network product.
Yes.
We're stuck with that horrible universe. And if you got Pop TV, you might catch TNA.
Oh, shout out to Dixie Carter.
If you got Pop
You know,
TV.
I'm sorry, Impact Wrestling. I apologize. They just signed Rich Swann, by the way. So that's
she
what
did.
they're doing.
Shout out to domestic violence. Now, here's my thing.
Jesus Christ.
Here's my thing with All In, right? This started as a dare of some sort.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were said, oh, yeah, right, you guys are going to sell out 10,000 seats, and boom, they did it. So I don't know, maybe there is life after WWE, because Cody Rhodes has been more successful after than he
without question.
was as the dashing Cody Rhodes. Oh, I do miss the dashing Cody
I
Rhodes.
did love dashing.
As Stardust, as Goldust and Dusty's. So he seems to have been getting more successful now. So you know what? I wish him the best of luck at all.
I don't think WWE realized that, Dusty did a little promoing. You know, he was a part of the promotional team with Jim Crockett.
Yeah.
So, I think Cody knows the ropes when
knows
it
his
comes
business.
to
He knows the
booking
business. He knows his
and
business.
shows. And that's why I thought, sometimes you just pay a talent not to do things to compete against you.
Exactly.
Sometimes you sit him down, you give him an IC title for 2 years, and you shut him up, pay him, and, let him half-ass it. But instead, they let him take his ball and run, and he's slam dunking it all over the place.
He is. And he has a black wife. I do love interracial relationships. Always have. Shout out to Jungle Fever.
I love her.
Yes.
So I just feel like Bullet Club is doing a damn thing, and they have one of the greatest theme music that there is.
Okay.
It's okay. I would say the greatest.
I love the Bullet. Forget it. Marty Skrull does. How about that? Marty's music, that whoop.
it off.
I love that whoop whoop. I love it. I think Marty Skrull. He's highly one of the most
Okay, you're
underrated
in music,
members.
so I guess this is your forte.
Yes.
Who is your favorite theme music on WWE, Raw, and/or SmackDown/NXT?
Oh, if we're gonna include NXT, then I gotta go with Undisputed Era.
Okay.
Boom. I'm all about that Adam Cole.
Okay.
Baby. But outside of that, I definitely love Samoa Joe's. I think Joe's music fits his entire persona.
Yeah, it
It
definitely
does.
fits.
It's badass.
It fits his persona. I wouldn't say it's definitely my favorite.
Nah, it's badass. I walk into work in that. I go through JFK.
Tara twerks to that song, so shout out to the
This
glamour
twerking
song.
to Joe?
She does. She does.
I mean, of course, you have the Suitable Mrs. That's
Yeah.
a classic at this
I
point.
actually like the Miz's, and not the not the part where he starts off with awesome. I just like the way
The intro,
the
whole
intro, how it just goes.
too bad.
Yeah, the way it goes into the beat.
Quiet on the Set.
Yeah,
I love Quiet on the Set.
No, not the Quiet on the Set. I'm talking
He likes the actual
the actual
drop.
song, the way it rides the beat. I love that part.
He's written a few beats.
Yeah,
Let me see.
Ted definitely
Yeah,
has.
currently, what's your favorite music outside of Finn Balor, of course, because you know.
Ooh, I don't like his
Reasons.
music. I just like what comes out of that Titantron after. I don't care about his music. He could come out to the 21 gun salute at a funeral. Doesn't matter. It'd still be
How
hot.
about to his new T-shirt?
Why does he have to be gay? Shout out to the LGBTQ XYZ committee. Anywho, right this very second, my favorite theme music, it's a two-way split. Or I go both ways, if you catch what I was dropping.
Jesus Christ.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
The new one?
Yes, the new one.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah.
You know the
Now,
words?
now you're on it.
I listened to it while I was at the gym the other day, and it's a bop. I'll give you
I
that.
told you that shit is dope.
It is dope. And
It just makes me want to eat lo mein. I'm sorry.
racism
These are the-
will not be allowed on this podcast.
These are the words and opinions
I just hear egg rolls.
of Chris SpotFace McClain.
Every time Shinsuke music hits, it reminds me of Glenn from Walking Dead. I'll be like, egg rolls everywhere.
I'm not doing this with you today, Chris.
Two different
We're not
types of
doing
Asians.
this. We're
Talking
not.
about Japanese and Koreans.
We're not doing this.
They all have chow mein.
There are two things I can't
shit.
stand. That's racism and Mexicans. Now, by the way,
This fucking guy.
The other theme I like is
You know what I
Naomi's.
can't stand? What? Can't stand British.
Here we go. Just go ahead and say niggers and get it over with.
No. I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, hey, go get me a cigarette.
Here we go with the gay bashing and parts unknown. So yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura and Naomi have the best
Naomi,
theme.
oh, you feel the glow. Well, of course you would.
I listen to that at the gym all the time.
For obvious.
Yo,
for
honestly,
obvious.
the first time I heard Naomi's song, I thought it was something that they paid for from like a club, cause like an actual beat. I mean,
It's total dubstep.
yeah, it's. I mean, the shit. I ain't gonna front. I bumped my head when I hit that shit.
But what makes it even better is the fact that she
them-
dances to it.
With those cheeks.
Yes, and she's not giving you white girl dancing. She's giving you a true dance to that song. So
I find it funny that no one said "Glorious" by Bobby Roode.
again, I don't care what it comes
No
down
one
to.
likes it. No one
Well,
likes it.
the only thing that's dope about it, it's glorious. That's it. I mean, it's
has it run its course?
Well, to
well,
me,
the
it was-
song is more over than he is right now.
It was always a recycled version of Christian, if you can remember Christian's music back in the day. It's really a recycled version.
Yeah, I didn't
of,
even think about that.
you know,
And lust, you're on. Yeah, I used to love that.
So how about we go back in the day? Speaking of back in the day, is there a theme music from back in the day or a top 5 of...
Top 5?
Sure, top
right off the
five.
hand, and it's not because you're sitting across from me. Trust me. But Billy and Chuck, You Look So Good to Me. That was one of my joints.
Why, thank you, Chris.
That was one of my joints.
Why, thank you.
As you look into Teddy's eyes
I'll
and tell
take
him that.
it. You can never get a compliment on the
No,
show.
you know
I'll take
what?
it when I can guess
fit
it.
the gimmick. It fit the gimmick. It fit the gimmick. It fit the gimmick.
Shout out to
a
Rico.
T. Shout out to Rico. Them sideburns didn't get enough love.
Shout out to Miss Jackie, too, because she was a part of the whole Billy and Chuck thing.
Charlie Haas hit that and married it.
Shout out to Charlie Haas.
Very
He
true.
had one reign. But definitely.
Are you
Billy
going to
and
overplay these songs as we say them? Are you going to edit in clips of the songs?
We should.
Because some of these
If-
people won't know what we're talking about.
If I can, I will.
We
If-
should edit.
Actually,
Like a 3 second.
actually, what I was thinking about doing was doing a playlist on the YouTube page.
Yes.
So there's gonna be a playlist on the YouTube page with all these songs that we're referencing.
Right.
So you'll see it. It'll be listed,
Perfect.
and it'll also be in the description of the audio and video version of this episode.
Top 5. So we're gonna put Billy and Chuck. You Look So Good to Me as my number 5.
Okay.
Number 4, for nostalgic reasons, they're gonna share the spot with NWO, Black and White, and DX.
Break it down.
I think those two, they go hand in hand. You can't like one without the other.
Are you ready?
I used to love the New World Order. You remember they used to add in extra sound effects, extra ad libs. I used to love the super extra ad libs where it was like, and it was like nonstop. You had Eric Bischoff, you had Hogan, you had Savage. Savage used to go with the ooh
So
yeah.
those both your number 4s?
Yeah, they both go in at
So
number
what's
4.
your number 3?
Number 3, only because whenever I heard it, I knew I was about to watch one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. Hulk Hogan, man.
Of course.
Real
I knew that
American.
was coming.
Like, come on, like you cannot.
There's no way you could get away from Hulk Hogan on this one.
You
I
can't.
am a real American.
Have you ever listened to that whole
Fight
song?
for
I still
the
got
rights
chills. Oh my God, I'm
every
5 years
man.
old.
The sister
hearing
that was
it.
doing the sister that hit the high notes towards the end of that song, you could hear her. She was going in.
No child of the 80s didn't do the Hulk Hogan pose down
course.
when that song played.
Of
I
course.
still get
Exactly.
chills
Look,
hearing that.
I used to do this.
We all did.
I used to do
We
the
all
ear
did.
like no one was around.
Okay, so
number
number
two. Now that I'm thinking this, I've painted myself in a corner. I think I should put Real American a little higher. But number two, you know what? Mr. Perfect.
Oh, there's a dark
Mr.
horse.
Perfect.
Don't get excited, Sonny.
Mr.
That wasn't a racist
Perfect.
comment.
And my number one, just because I recently realized how great he was via YouTube. WCW's Ravishing Rick Rude's
Oh.
last theme, the Simply Ravishing,
Oh.
you have to hear this. It fit not only, if you didn't know who he was, you listen to the song and you got a total idea
Shout out to Rick Rude.
of who he was. I mean, the lyrics, the song, the Simply Ravishing, to me, that it's recently become my favorite theme song in my latter years. Like, now I appreciate it because, you know, growing up, you was either a WWF kid or WCW. WWF. Right, all the way. So now that I get to see old WCW, see what Rick Rude was, I realized that Simply Ravishing, that's my favorite theme.
All right.
But I do honorable mention of Demolition.
Okay. Oh,
Definitely honorable mention.
Smash, Crush, and
yeah,
Ruby Riott.
No,
Yes.
without.
Oh, she wasn't in She wasn't in Demolition.
No,
Are
that
you sure?
nose didn't make the cut.
Are you sure?
That nose didn't make the cut.
sure?
But yes, honorable
These are
mention.
the thoughts and opinions of Teddy, and they do not reflect the thoughts and opinions
This is
of
so
Yep, I Like Wrestling.
Right. So honorable
was
mention to
asking a
Demolition and honorable mention to Edge and Randy Orton.
You think you know
when
me?
Rated RKO got together and they mashed those two songs
Okay.
together? Yeah, it was hot.
Very good. All right, Sonny. Top 5, and I don't mean ex-wives. All right.
Oh, shit, that's a whole different list.
Yes,
Okay,
I know.
Ric Flair.
I know.
Yo, Rick Flair not on that list.
All right.
Oh,
Who's
same
your
for the
top
ex-wives.
5?
No. Oh, shit, yeah. I'm competing. All right, so Rey Mysterio 619. Booyaka, booyaka. I don't know, that shit.
Really?
Yo, you know what? That song makes me go, oh, shit, booyaka, booyaka.
For reasons.
It shit makes me think of.
For reasons.
Yeah, it kind of brings you back to like when I was in college and going to like the West Indian clubs, like booyaka, booyaka.
Oh, shout out to Shabba Ranks.
Yeah, shut up.
A face only a mother
Shout out
could
to
love.
Rasta Pasta.
Yeah, that's very true. You know what? Old school one when Rowdy Piper's theme song.
Ah, yes.
Yo, the
bagpipes.
bagpipes come on, and I'm just like, I just get but it starts off with the drums, and I get hyped up.
You know, he actually did that live one WrestleMania. He played the bagpipes live. He did that once.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good video to look on YouTube.
Another one, I gotta say, you know what? Dolph Ziggler's theme song, I actually like it. I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the
yes.
world.
Oh, I thought you were talking about when he was in Spirit Squad.
No.
Nikki, Jim, that was the gayest shit I've ever seen in my
And
life.
you loved it.
And
All right, I may have bopped once or twice, but
shit, that was your freaking ringtone.
oh my.
You were the Spirit Squad for
Believe it or not,
Halloween.
no, You Look So Good to Me was my ringtone 1 year. It
Thank
was.
you.
Shout out to my crush that year. All right, Sonny, number 2.
All right, my number 2. It sounds corny, but yo, I used to love this song a lot. Fandangos. Da 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 da.
It still goes well in England. It still does it. Yeah.
That was a thing for that one WrestleMania where he beat Chris Jericho.
Yo, I ain't gonna front, man. I still like find myself like humming that shit. Da da.
I told this story before on the podcast. I was on a train and
That's
they
right,
started
last-
singing it on the train subway. And
Last
I was like,
week.
wow, okay, yeah.
I didn't think that was going to go to a real story about you being on the train. I thought that was going to be a very
That was a
X-rated
different-
segue.
Shout out to the Authors of Pain. That's the other train I'd like to be on. But no, this really happened. I was on a train. Shout out to Roman.
You want
Speaking of
to
Spears,
take their last chapter, huh?
God,
You're
Paul
a
Ellering
read
was so fucking lucky. He has no ideas.
And
Number
Number
one.
one.
number 1, 3-6 Mafia, Mark Henry's theme.
Somebody gonna get their head cracked.
Somebody's gonna get it.
Really?
That's an ass-kicking song if I've ever
That is
heard
an ass kicking song. I was expecting Mexicals. I was expecting.
What the fuck, man?
I was expecting
Anything Latino.
Can you feel the heat?
Yeah.
Don't. Hey, no lie. When Eddie Guerrero went heel and he had the cell phone to that joint,
Latino
don't front.
heat. The low rider going up and down.
Can you feel the heat?
Hold on. Just because he's Latino, I'm Latino, doesn't mean I relate to that shit.
I am
I'm a
quarter Latino. Don't be getting that around, Sonny.
Listen, I'm Puerto Rican from New York. He's Mexican from the West Coast, from whatever one, what Texas, LA, all that shit.
El Barrio and all that good.
The El Barrio is in East Harlem.
Okay,
Dude. That's the
okay,
original
okay.
El Barrio.
Shout out to
We're moving to the corner and still tag team. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So
It's not bad.
Now,
so that's
Mark
my
Henry.
that's my
Here
fact.
we
That's
go.
definitely a song you listen to.
Now
when
listen,
you
I
wanna
cannot
bust
wait to hear
someone's
the
ass right
GM's
quick.
top 5 because
And these are and just so we just kind of break it down, these are songs that were made by WWE or made specifically for the theme songs. That's not even including some of the theme songs that were made outside of that people use, kind of like CM Punk's Cult of Personality, which is one of my all-time favorite songs.
Yeah.
But Teddy, please give us your top 5.
Can I take a gander? Before you can I take a guess?
Oh,
No,
yes.
let me take a
Okay.
guess. Let me take a guess.
Go, well, you
I'm
already
in-
said one, but go ahead.
I'm envisioning Goldust is in here. I'm envisioning Adrian Adonis is in here.
Stereotype.
I'm envisioning.
How about you could watch but you can't touch?
Oh,
Yes, I'm definitely some Bellas. I'm envisioning.
Speaking of cum
I'm envisioning
whore.
some WCW, some Lash LaRue, some Quee
You
Wee.
all are going to be pleasantly surprised. You're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
Okay, number 5, The Undertaker. Can you not hear that bell toll and you are still 10 years old?
Yeah, but it's just a bell toll, though.
No, but I'm talking about his performances over the years,
Yeah, I
his
guess.
entrances over the years. You still get chills hearing.
Yeah,
When the arena goes black and the first bell toll, tell me you don't mark out still to this day.
yeah, it's very true.
So you get chills for big dongs?
Always been my motto. Shout out to Roman Reigns if you're listening. Answer my text messages, please. Yes.
Number 4.
Pomp and Circumstance, Randy Savage, and Miss Elizabeth. It's still an iconic song, although not a WWE made song.
But that's
still.
like some British shit, though.
We all graduate to it.
Yo, well,
it
thank
doesn't-
you.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count.
I just remember
graduate.
him putting Elizabeth on his shoulder, and I just thought that was the best thing ever growing up.
You wanted to be on.
I just
You wanted to be on a
believe-
sweaty man's shoulder at a young
No,
age.
I used to like Elizabeth back then. All right.
He is Miss Elizabeth.
Number 3. I used to do that when I was a kid, and all my friends and I used to play WWE. I would always say, okay, I'm Elizabeth. And it never caught on why I always had to be Miss Elizabeth.
So, like, if one of your other friends got beat up, you're the one that was like, no, don't hit him. Don't hit him.
Always. And I would roll my shirt sleeves up so I could have the big poofy show. Was I the only one who did that?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
would.
Shout out to
you're-
Rudy and Carrie if you're listening. Do you remember these days? Anywho, number 3. Woo! Sprock, Zarathustra, Ric Flair. Iconic theme song again. To this day, you hear the woo, you know you're
I
gonna
think
be
of Charlotte and Ronda Rousey.
Oh,
Well, she's
shit.
an honorable mention. Number 2, you said it already.
Yes.
Real American Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
No child of the 80s has not done the pose down to that song.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan was definitely my honorable mention if I had to pick one, but
Real American, you can't.
yeah.
And the number 1, in my opinion, greatest theme song in WWE, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
When that glass
You
shatters.
cannot hear that glass
Yeah.
shatter and still not mark out.
Yeah, without question. Like
Still
that.
to this day, my
Still to
favorite WrestleMania, one of my favorite WrestleMania entrances, WrestleMania 13 with Britt, when the actual glass shattered and he
you
came out.
oh yes.
Yeah,
They never
was dope.
redid that, and that's a shame.
Yeah.
Literally, it could
That
be
sugar glass is expensive.
it could be 1996 or it could be 2018. If there are people in the ring and the glass shatters,
Somebody's getting a stunner.
everyone's standing up to cheer. It
Well,
doesn't matter.
I mean, we just saw that happen at Raw 25.
yes.
Yeah, that. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's gonna happen. He could be in a wheelchair, and you hear that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's still gonna be like, ah. And it'll be
He did it, 2 WrestleManias ago when
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
Foley, and Shawn Michaels beat up the New
Yeah.
Day? Again, it's that iconic glass breaking to me is the greatest piece of music creation. Now, I've got some honorable mentions. The Raw theme song, Move to the Music. Move to the music, play.
Oh
that
yeah,
fu-
yeah.
Yes.
I thought, because you knew, oh shit, it's time for Raw. Like, run to the thing.
Yeah, whatever happened to those?
Yeah. You know what? There's also one that I have an honorable mention for. It was the SmackDown theme song. I think it was Marilyn Manson.
The Beautiful People.
Yes, the
that was their
Beautiful
first
People.
theme
The
song.
beautiful people.
The graphics were amazing. I loved it. So,
Yo, that shit was fucking dope.
Also, honorable mention, the ECW theme song, which they used throughout their
Yes.
tenure. You just always knew. It just made you
Yeah.
feel sort of gritty and, you know, it was
Yeah.
like unpolished and you knew ECW's on. And then there are some other few favorite ones. The APA, the Hardys, Ken Shamrock, Triple H, King of Kings. Yeah.
See now.
Ken Shamrock?
Now see. Yes.
I would often clean my house to that song. Don't ask me why.
Really?
See,
Yeah.
now this is where I draw the line with the Triple H, right?
Behold
My favorite
King.
Triple H theme
King of
song
Kings.
is My Time.
China. You mean China's theme song?
No, that was Triple H in
No,
China.
it was China. China
No,
made
that
that
was
hot.
Triple H.
Sorry.
Nah.
Veto, Judge.
No.
Was that China
No,
or
that
Triple
was
H's?
Triple H.
You know what? Shout out to Chrissy. I'm on the fence.
Oh, no. I'm not doing this with you, Sonny.
No, Triple
I'm
H,
not doing-
My Time. It's
China
My
made that
Time.
hot. No, China made that hot.
It's My Time. And if you listen to the song, the
We're
lyrics
gonna arm
of...
wrestle and we're gonna
you
figure
listen
this
to the lyrics
out.
at the end, he says, do you know
Yeah.
who's sleeping with who around here?
Well, shout out to Stephanie McMahon.
Exactly.
So yeah, another honorable mention, Steve Blackman. I don't know why that.
Really?
Yeah, it always used to hit me like. I don't know.
You couldn't pay me to remember his theme song.
Shit. I mean, you know what? Honestly, I think we're forgetting two major theme songs that I would also have considered as an honorable mention as well. I think Randy Orton's.
Which one? This one now?
No.
The Evolution one?
Is it the Evolution one?
Evolution is a mystery. That one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, well, that
no.
was more Evolution
That
than
was
Randy
with the
Orton.
group.
Yeah,
Well, okay.
but him and his stupid voices in his head, I'm over it.
No. Actually, no. I take that back. It is the voices.
Nah.
No.
Veto.
What about Edge's?
No.
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 But
No.
no, if we're gonna include
stole
a
Matt Hardy's
unanimous
girlfriend,
honorable
no.
mention, if we're gonna include a unanimous honorable
Oh,
mention,
shit, yeah.
Ultimate Warrior.
Nope, that's not on my list. Veto.
Nah, you knew.
You know what? I actually thought you were gonna say Jeff Hardy's theme song.
Oh, that's the Hardys. We already
I said
included the
Hardys. That's on
Hardy
there.
Yeah,
No,
it's the
Ultimate
same.
Warrior.
Nah, you knew.
It was
You
too
knew.
too high octane for me. It was too much
Really?
as a
You
kid.
know
It
what?
was too much.
You know what? I'm torn on that one. Cause like
Okay, Natalie and Bruglia. What are you
no,
talking about?
cause
Shout out to the 90s, whoever got that joke.
yeah, that was a very obscure
I know.
one.
Fine.
I'm 67 years old, Sonny. Shut up.
If we're not gonna go with the Warrior, I got a unanimous. We all agree.
Okay.
Shawn Michaels,
Oh, definitely.
Heartbreak Kid.
Really?
Don't be the Russian judge.
I'm so-
Yeah, you're a Russian judge.
Shout out to Lana. No.
Come on. Oh,
Really?
Shawn?
Sensational Sherry
Hey, think
screaming
I'm-
in the background. I'm
so-
not for
any
it.
variation. It's
Yeah,
iconic.
yeah.
It was too. He was still using it when he was like 60. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I couldn't know.
He's still the Heartbreak Kid, man.
It is.
It's like that last swallow of Kool-Aid. It's just you're over it
Fine.
by this point. You're over it.
Fine. He's vetoed my last two.
Veto. Okay, well maybe.
Yeah, I was co-signing it though.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
appreciate
So
it.
maybe I will have one that's unanimous. I've got some more honorable mentions.
Okay.
Dusty Rhodes,
Which one? No.
Common Man.
Hey, you gotta know wrestling to know it.
I mean,
I just remember Sapphire was getting down all the
I mean,
time. I loved it.
I feel like you gotta know wrestling to know it. And if we're gonna do a unanimous,
Yeah,
it's
I
gotta
mean-
be universal.
How about
that wasn't Dusty's best run. That's why. It's
Okay.
like,
Polka dots, no.
yeah.
Lita? Dun, dun, dun.
No.
What?
That's the Miss Elizabeth in you.
Yeah.
I will say
No,
that.
for Lita?
Fine.
Okay. Stacy Keibler, she's got legs.
Again, another Miss Elizabeth in you.
I still listen to that at the gym.
I forgot that was her theme song, but I got one.
She's got
I got one. So we're
So
talking
you're
theme
just gonna
music.
veto Sable. I know
Alright.
the Wildcat. You're only gonna just veto Sable too.
I got a unanimous one, and if you veto this, you're definitely the Russian judge for life. If you smell what the Rock is cooking,
He almost made my top 5.
so then he's got
Almost-
to.
okay, I'll give him that. So
we all knew. You knew you were going to enjoy something.
I'll lay down and take that one. What about you, Sonny?
I'm not laying down and taking that one. But
He's,
I
he's
will.
willing to lay down and take the Rock, by the way.
But I'm willing
Repeatedly.
to.
Shout out
guy.
to Dwayne Johnson.
I'm willing to say the beginning of his song. Yes,
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy about the entire song, but yes, you know what? I will agree.
But see now, look, which version Which version? Because see, when you smell The Rock is cooking, right? Remember the original when he was Hale? He had other stuff he would say.
Yeah.
Know your role, shut your mouth. Remember he
Honestly, I liked Wyclef, the song he did with Wyclef better than his theme song.
No, I liked Hollywood
It
Rock.
doesn't matter.
Remember Hollywood Rock? Remember it was like, if you smell The Rock. He was whispering. He was whispering.
The one
to
that
you.
started off with the helicopter,
Yes,
that's like,
yes.
which is what Miz has now.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, The Rock almost made my
Fine.
top 5. I
So
just said
we're gonna go
The
with-
Undertaker maybe a little bit more.
So
but
if we're
yeah,
gonna
he would've been-
unanimous with The Rock,
Yeah.
I think no one can argue Y2J.
Break the walls
Come on, you can't.
I'm over it.
Oh, you serious?
It's been too long.
Yo, you know what? Fuck that. You are the Russian judge.
How are you not?
Are you
on
serious?
board
Yeah.
with Y2J?
Dude, you're the worst,
I'm
man.
over it.
You're like the AT&T of people.
Oh my god.
What do you want to put? JBL? You
Well, I
wanna-
did say the APA.
No,
I did-
you want the bullhorn. You want JBL's.
Oh, that was just a rip off of the old. That was a rip off of the Dallas theme song.
Hey,
the
you and
80s soap
you
opera
and
Dallas.
JBL.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate his jorts, but we're gonna go with John Cena.
Oh hell no.
Yo, you
Yeah,
know
we
what?
have to be honest.
no.
You know what?
Gotta be honest.
You know what? Fuck that.
gotta be honest.
I gotta go with John Cena. You know why?
You gotta be honest.
Because John Cena's, the intro to that song, you know what? Out of all the wrestling songs we've discussed, John Cena's is the only one that I heard a DJ play at a club.
Hey, it's in car commercials.
First of all, it's a gang song.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Car
it's
commercials.
It's what?
prostituted. It's prostituted out. But yeah, it's a gang song, first off. Yeah, that's a gang song. No, I'm not for it. No.
Yeah, come on. I can't. Yeah,
Yeah, that song is dope.
it's there, man. I can't ignore it. I can't
I'd rather
ignore
get a
it.
colonoscopy from Freddy Krueger. No, thank you.
I mean, I love Dr. Thuganomics. I wish Word
Yes.
Life could have made the list.
Yeah.
I wish.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Shit, you know what? As we continue to talk about more and more,
Yeah, some more songs.
like
are
my
it's-
list has
my
been
top 5 is,
my list has
it's been altered. It's
Yeah, my top 5 is totally different.
It's
right
been
now.
altered.
But
Sable still hasn't made the cut.
my list.
I love the Wildcats.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, the Wildcats did it for me.
I'll tell you right now though, what's gone up in my list is definitely Roddy Piper's theme song.
Yeah.
Because it's so freaking iconic. The way, and in ways that has never been really recognized. But I digress. So, is there any song that we could come to an agreement on as
The greatest,
the greatest that we could all say?
Unanimously.
the unanimous,
Unanimously. Yeah.
real American. It's got to be.
Yeah, I think that's going to have
That's
to...
gonna be the most.
I
have
am
to
a real
Yeah,
American.
yeah.
Shout out to Hogan.
You know what? It's ironic being that we're here with a Brit that's saying that
Yes.
I am a real American.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got to be. for
Even
the-
more so, you're sitting with two black men, and we picked Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shout out to racism. Anywho, Sonny, this has been fun. Take us home.
So, thank you for joining us for the music episode 21. Thank you to Chris for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Appreciate
And
it, guys.
also thank you to Teddy for not being worse.
I have the flu, don't mind me.
Yeah. Make sure you follow us on all social media. We're at YEPILW. And make sure you subscribe and like and please comment. We want to know what you think. We're at soundcloud.com/YEPILW as well as youtube.com/YEPILW. Our next episode is going to be the Ladies Takeover Part 2 with Chrissy, Tara, and Lucy.
So I
make sure
guess this show will not be filmed in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, shit.
Shout out to gender inequality.
And on that note, make sure you tune into episode 22 also. So, on behalf of myself, my name is Sonny Sofrito.
I am the greatest general manager, Teddy.
The throne himself, yours truly, SpotFace. Ladies, follow if you swallow.
Oh! Disclaim the shit out of him, Sonny. No disclaimer.
I
quit. I've officially put in my resignation. And by resignation, I mean my penis and this lovely man behind me. Sonny, say goodbye.
oh yeah, we don't have time to say bye.
We don't.
So, my name is Sonny Sofrito, and yep, I like wrestling.
Yup.